Arena 1. Luigi, just stand there. And over here we have player of the day.
I'm back to beat Hamza's team.
He's a diver.
I chose Surah Al-Mutaffifin. I don't know the names, but Nabi Isa said, I am a slave of Allah. Is it Prophet Luqman?
1 point for this team.
Welcome to Active Sunday.
Things which will happen at the last day, which is very shocking.
That's not fair because I wasn't here.
It's a happy, happy, happy day. Oh, what a happy day it is for Active Sunday.
Walk with us as we tell you the stories of our society.
Wengine atavaa mtandio kichwani utafikiri ni kijihandkerchief.
Enzi za wakati wa kusema ati alisema akasisitiza akihutubia wanahabari, enzi hizo hazipo tena.
Kwa kuchimbua na kunakili matukio kwa undani.
We want to create current awareness
Ranging from adventure, human interest and inspirational stories.
Ili kuweza kukuelimisha, kukuburudisha na kukubumbuisha.
Words have been said, but now it is time to lay the foundation that will impact the world.
Terrorism is terrorism, no matter who is behind the trigger.
Horizontv, the beacon for the nation. Horizontv, the
This is the Weekly Matters, and I am your host, Ahmed Qadar. Tonight we are discussing the impact of social media. If you have been following what has been happening this week on the net, there has been a video that went viral regarding a Kenyan lady who was assaulted by police officers, and she was trying to save one of her fellow passengers in that matatu. So tonight we are discussing the use of social media, its impact, and how it can be used to basically, say something about what's happening within the society, and things like social vices and people having their voice heard. And as you know, Kenyans mostly call the mainstream media Githeri media, not because it's Githeri, but because they feel that it does not air their views. And Kenyans have found a way to tell their own stories. And tonight we are on the Weekly Matters, we are discussing just that, social media and its impact. Of course, who else better to discuss that than Boniface Mwangi? You know him. I think he needs no introduction, but I will just introduce him as the founder and owner of Power 254, as a human rights activist, and anything you can call him, but he's a great Kenyan. And Yasmin Mohammed, a student. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, Boni.
Yes, sir.
It will be illegal for QOT not to trend anything.
Yes.
And they never disappoint. Yeah? From someone tells CNN, CNN had to send someone to come to Kenya and apologize to Kenyans through the president. Because of the Twitter,
yes,
we had sometimes Kenyans develop beef with other nations. We had Tanzania or Nigeria versus Kenya on Twitter. Now, I want you to give us of course we're just starting the show.
Yes.
How do you use social media to advance the social justice you do for ordinary Kenyans?
I'll give a good example. So early this week on Tuesday, I was walking along Koinange Street and I saw there's a restaurant called CJ, and they'd closed a lane behind the restaurant that no one could use the lane. I went, I took a picture, I tagged Mike Sonko and said, did you allow them to grab a small lane? And Sonko responded the same day, he said he's going to send his people the following day. And on Wednesday, the fence was removed and now people can use that lane. That's the power of social media, that you're able to access your leaders at the click of a button. That wherever you are in this country, you and Uhuru Kenyatta are on the same platform at the same time. Because when you target Uhuru Kenyatta, even if he doesn't see the tweet, the people who work for him see the tweet. And that's the power of social media. I'm in court with the Deputy President, William Ruto. He sued me because of a tweet. So even if the leaders never reply to your tweets, they see them. But when there's a big uproar and when people talk about it, they act.
Yes.
A good example is Langata Primary School, where we went to reclaim a grab playground. I went to Langara Primary School. The kids were tear gassed. And the story became mainstream, not only in Kenya, but across the world because of social media. So when things go wrong in this country, and you realize that the so-called Githeri media does not cover the story, you know very well that the people who are using social media are going to say something about it. And the beauty of social media, there are two things. One of them is bad, but another is good. Because of their anonymity, people can be more frank. Some people can troll you, but the majority can be more frank. And because you can do that from the comfort of your seat, wherever you are in this country, you can actually say some of the guys who troll me, if when someone is actually shitting on a latrine, they're squatting, and because they have beef with me, the only thing they can think about me when they're shitting is me. So they tweet at me. So, and that's why I don't respond to shit things. But social media is powerful.
Now, I still want to have this conversation with you.
Yes.
Go to Yasmin. You've talked about the comfort, you know, tweeting from the comfort of your coach.
Yes.
Does social media replace activism in the sense that we have seen people just tweeting? Maybe things change once in a while, like what happened on Tuesday.
Yes.
But most of the things that we tweet about, sometimes we don't act on them.
No, there's power in numbers.
Yes.
There's power in numbers. Kenya's made New York Times actually explain why they ran that photo of the people who died at this attack. So ideally, like an activist who is very active in the streets. Like I just did a video of people being harassed in the streets by Mike Sonko's guards, askaris. The power of social media actually is a platform that you use as a megaphone to shout and say these things. But ordinarily, the place you can get real change is boots in the streets. So street activism and real life activism and grassroots mobilization and movements can never be replaced with social media. So you use social media to mobilize people, to announce what we did, and to get people to join the cause. And some things you don't have to go to, you don't have to go for a protest for it to change. I'll give you an example. When Uhuru Kenyatta was elected 6 years ago, they did an advert in the newspaper advertising a tender for someone to fly presidential speeches during National Day celebrations. And people said, wait a minute, Mr. Uhuru Kenyatta, you claim that you are the digital president. How do you have to get planes flying across the country delivering your speeches? Because it was a very old school thing. The days of Moi days and stuff like that, there used to be planes packed, waiting for the speech to come from state
district, the commissioner.
Yes, it comes from State House, goes to the airport, it's delivered in that particular morning. So he said, if you're digital, you just WhatsApp that thing or send it via iPad or whatever it is. And because of that uproar online, and then Githeri Media picked the story to take it on national TV.
Yes.
That tender was cancelled. It has never been done again.
Yes.
So social media is a very powerful tool. It's a place where you can spy with the president and throw a jab.
And anyone you think
that deserves to hear you.
First, welcome to the show once again.
Thank you.
I have not done proper justice to you by introducing you.
It's all right. It's all right.
Maybe you can tell us yourself, more about you. I know you're Yasmin Mohammed, you're a student, and you're a social media user. I've seen you talk about issues of women within the Muslim community. What do you do basically about social media, and how does it advance your cause?
I started using social media from a very young age, not normal to people from my place. That's as early as Form 1. I mean, thanks to my mother. Like, she allowed me to do things the way I wanted from then. And then I realized that this is such a good cause. I mean, why can't I use it for the good? So from then, there are guys who are opposed to that. I mean, my dream has always been to join the media and to change this. In a world where it's evolving every day and things are changing, there's power in digital media and online strength. So I saw, being on Facebook and this Instagram and social media apps is such a powerful tool. So from a young age, in high school, I was a day scholar and I had access to a phone. I was on Facebook and social media stuff, and I used to go to the grassroots and know the plight of these girls from back home. And then, just because of advocating simple thoughts, I got people who were ready to help the people. And that's how I advanced from high school. I mean, went places that opened me. And I mean, that from a young age gave me, I had like so many followers in high school still. And my school principal was among the strictest teachers of that time you can know. But, because of, the image you give outside, he allowed me to be, open with these things. And until today, I can't see anything wrong with social media. I mean, for the well we have received. For example, back in Mandera or Wajir, there is someone who's sick or something, and then, or they are in distress, or, you know, they can't afford the money for that. So someone just posts, you know, help someone, a pay bill is opened, the next day cash is flowing in, this person goes out, gets the surgery, come back.
Now, when the Supreme Court the other day issued a ruling regarding the hijab, I saw you blog about it, and I see you're wearing full hijab. Tell us your experience and how you said all that.
We need to be very careful. The Supreme Court did not judge the hijab. So as you speak about that, let not be like very media.
It give, you know, there has been an uproar.
You know, the response came like, you know, the Supreme Court had come to an end about this.
Even the media, the way
the media misquoted the ruling.
The way they said it.
It was the media that misquoted the ruling.
It is the media that set the agenda for the people. And immediately the Supreme Court made a ruling. They said, and this is a quote and unquote, a big blow for Muslim girls.
Yes.
And I saw you blogging. So tell us your experience.
I mean, you know, it's funny the way, you know, it's sad again, so pathetic, when there are all kinds of people in social media. I mean, you will find someone educated, going to school, reading these things, going back home to translate wrong things to the elders. Now, someone from around school and, you know, calling their parents and like, the government said girls should not wear hijab. And then your grandmother is calling you and like, so, like, we are not using this thing in the right way. As adults and people who are educated, we are not making use of our proper knowledge. So hijab and the Supreme Court, I had said something, but I hadn't said something concerning how the government, you know, it was that specific school and the parent and the petition and all that. But hijab for everyone, I think, you know, it's an Islamic rule, and anyone against it, you know, this is just a dialogue. And if the government...
I'm talking in relation
with
to
what
how you use social media to react to that ruling. And how did it help you to advance the cause you have been doing at that time?
Oh yeah, you know, social media.
And what will happen if you didn't have a Facebook or Twitter account?
Oh, it will be sad. I feel sad. I mean, we live in a global village, so not being on social media will be real pathetic. I mean, you say something for your people to be felt.
Yes.
Yeah, that is why, you know, that is why you are on social media from wherever you are. Like Bonnie said, you are like at par with everyone at any level by then. So anything I tweet or post can reach places and be seen everywhere. And, you know, it has the good parts of it.
Now, Bonnie.
Yes, sir.
And we know, everyone, even the viewers I know the importance of social media. But sometimes we despise it in the sense that people think when you use social media, you're using your idol, or you're wasting your time. I would like to hear your take on that.
So social media is a big time waster. If you're not controlled and you don't know what you're trying to do there, it's like a rabbit hole. You keep going on and on and on and on, or you tweet, you keep following people, and you keep scrolling up and down and down and down. So like me, I was struggling with actual social media addiction. That's actually something I actually admit. And I'm trying to cut down the time I spend on my phone, because I realized I would actually stop doing important work because I want to catch up with what's going on in the world. However, it's also a very useful tool that you can't live without. It's a tool where I don't have to come to a TV station to say what I think about a particular decision. I can say it on my channel. So I use my social media like my radio channel, it's my TV channel when I post a video, it's my newspaper when I blog about an issue. That's my channel. And I think today I was in my son's school and we're discussing social media for even young people. I think what we need to do is actually introduce young people to social media and the positivity of it. It's also a very harmful place. If you don't have your self-esteem intact and you don't know who you are, it can actually make you think very bad thoughts about yourself, because people will comment about your height, your shape, your gender, your teeth, your hair. They'll say things about you, the way you dress. There's someone, no matter how perfect you are, there's someone who will have something negative to say about you. So you have to understand, why am I on social media? Am I there to network, which is Facebook is great for that, for people who are old like me, and for young people like, you know, use Snapchat and Instagram. So you need to actually ask yourself what you're doing there, but it's actually a very good platform. That's why every single person in this world who is actually running something very big, like the President of America who runs the country using Twitter, like Donald Trump, everyone who actually has something meaningful to say.
In fact, Donald Trump has made Twitter policy. Nowadays, he issues US policies through Twitter.
He actually governs through Twitter. When he's very moody, he will watch TV, then react on Twitter. Watch Fox News and then say, oh, Mexicans are invading America.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's actually an important tool. And also, like, I'll give another example that is very positive. As I was vying for MP Starehe,
yes,
I fundraised my money from, mostly money from Twitter. It was social media. I raised money from Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and then I used that platform as a campaign tool. So it's a very important place to be.
Okay, if you are just joining us, we would like to remind you that we are live on Horizon TV. We are all over the platforms, that is Zuku, GoTV, you name it, Azam, Bamba. We are also live on YouTube, that's Horizon TV Kenya. You stream Horizon TV Kenya. We are live on our Facebook platform page, that is Horizon TV Kenya again. Twitter at Horizon TV Kenya, myself at Ahmed Qadar1, at Boniface Mwangi at...
No.
You don't have a
Facebook, she's on Facebook.
You know, you don't invented that she's
Garissa is very far.
She's a heavy user of Facebook, Instagram, but you see, Twitter is not for everyone.
That's true.
Yeah. Twitter is not for everyone.
Yeah. I understand that.
And Twitter is seen to be, and I want you to tell us,
elitist.
It seems to be an elitist. Just tell us, and it says the agenda.
No.
How do you find Twitter be the
so
the
Twitter
rest of the social media?
You have to be very concise. You have to say things in a very short manner.
Yeah.
You have to get your thoughts together and your words together. Facebook, you can go on a rant, and comments can be like forever. People will thread and thread and thread and thread and thread and thread. But for Twitter, you have to know what you want to communicate. And for people who want to get followers on Twitter, what you need to do, you have to be very consistent, and you must have a reason why I need to follow you. Do you share news or articles about things? Do you write? Do you blog? Do you share photos of your cat? You know, like things that people, it depends what you really, really like. That's why Twitter is a very place, because it's curated. For Facebook, is it for my friends and just to write long posts.
Yes. Now, you decided to start a video blog. You used to blog as in terms of writing.
Yeah.
Why?
I saw that it is an online world and it's going on and on, like better things are coming. And by the way, I'm on Twitter, it's just that my account is inactive. It's just inactive. I'm among the Readers Association, but
okay, I like that.
My Twitter ID,
I'm being told we are going for a short break. We'll come back. We'll explain all that. I would like to remind our viewers, tonight we are discussing social media and activism in social media, its impact, and of course it has a negative side. We are going to go deep into the conversation, but we are taking a short break. Keep it there.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Join me every week for only 30 minutes to know more about our beautiful country Kenya. Kuna watu wa sita walishikwa. Kenya. It's fun. Sasa kompyuta kwa Kiswahili inaitwaje?
Kompyuta tajulia wapi? Shuleni bala.
Cha mkufu mwanaku ha. Akiha hu. Akiha hu bado kuna nusu ingine imebaki.
It's educative.
Kongo Karoba, Bizi Kagia, Oshengoreko, Ready Kubai.
Which Khalifa's time was the Quran compiled? Different cultures. Ritsukhile. Different languages. India. All this is celebrating diversity. Ero, wait. I like you, Masai. This is a street quiz show.
Walk with us as we tell you the stories of our society.
Wengine atavaa mtandio kichwani utafikiri ni kijihandkerchief.
Enzi za wakati wa kusema ati alisema akasisitiza akihutubia wanahabari, enzi hizo hazipo tena.
Kuchimbua na kunakili matukio kwa undani.
We want to create current awareness,
ranging from adventure, human interest and inspirational stories,
ili kuweza kukuelimisha, kukuburudisha na kukubumbuisha.
Words have been said, but now it is time to lay the foundation that will impact the world.
Terrorism is terrorism, no matter who is behind the trigger.
With every new day, I wake up with a greater sense of fulfillment and purpose. In serving the Creator through prayer and then serving His creation.